What's going on, good people? I'm back again, and let's get into this.
This whole case is outrageous to me. And Miss Malinowski, I feel like we owe you an apology on behalf of the American government today, because ATF isn't going to give you that apology. So we'll do it today on behalf of our government, who just I kind of uniquely situated. I have a military background, but my father's a retired sheriff. He did 20 years on the SWAT team, executed countless search warrants. My brother's 10 years on the SWAT team, still on the force, executed countless search warrants. And, you have conversations with them. I have a military background, so I kind of understand clearing a room and that sort of thing. And when they execute a search warrant, they would wait until the individual wasn't at their home where they knew that there was a firearm present to avoid a situation where one of their officers were injured. And your testimony is, and it's in the record, that they followed Mr. Malinowski. They knew where he worked. Mr. Gates made a very good point that he worked at an airport, a secure environment where it would have been very easy to go in and execute a search warrant. And if they were going to arrest him or question him, do that there where there were no weapons involved. It would have been peaceful. Did ATF ever?
Now, my question is, why didn't they do it while he was at work? If they had evidence that this guy was breaking the law, why didn't they arrest him at work? Like he said, it's at an airport. No guns, except for what they had. Easily go in. Hey, we need to talk to you. Nobody gets shot. Nobody gets hurt. Hey, why didn't they do that? Hmm.
Serve him with an administrative cease and desist letter?
No, sir.
Did he have
Not to my
any
knowledge.
did he have any knowledge or understanding that he was being investigated for any type of crime?
Well, obviously, he's not available for me to ask that question to, but to the best of my knowledge and based on our investigation, the answer is no.
You and his wife, or his wife,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes, sir.
Since Malinowski did not receive a cease and desist letter, did he ever get any other? Well, I just asked that. In ATF search warrant application, agents indicate that they talked to him on February 8th, just over a month prior to the raid. The agents indicate that he attempted to elude them. Is there any indication that Mr. Malinowski was ever aware that the people following him were law enforcement officers?
No, that portion of the affidavit is comical.
Would you like to
Maybe
expand?
more, maybe embarrassing. I mean, it's an irrelevant portion of the affidavit where they talk about traffic and him trying to follow him. It sounds like somebody that isn't a very good driver to me, and I'm familiar with the area that they're describing, and everybody is in jeopardy when they make that transition. But it has nothing to do with this case.
And again, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. So he doesn't know he's being investigated. There's no like letter that's sent that you need to cease and desist of what you're doing, or we would like to have a conversation with you. I it sits hard with me because I would react the exact same way. If somebody beat my door in at 6 o'clock in the morning, I can guarantee you myself and my wife would be approaching the door with a firearm. So it's not at, and you would think that the ATF agents would also conclude that that's a reasonable response to your door getting beaten in at 6 o'clock when you don't know you're being investigated. Does ATF typically have body cams? Does Little Rock Police Office Department typically have body cams?
Interestingly, according to my understanding, Little Rock Police does wear body cams, but they didn't have them on that morning, and so they were under supervision of ATF. And you have to ask ATF why Little Rock didn't have theirs on.
But
Now, I'm going to go into something else. This is a committee that was held before they talked to the head of the ATF. Now, you heard this part. Now, just in case, the Malinowski, I think that's his name, that was killed by the ATF, this is his wife. Now, she's a widow because I'll wait till you hear the other parts and then you come up with your own conclusions. All right, stand by.